Alright, welcome back to the series with Saverik and my Void Walker Thick. Not much to say. I'm gonna pretty much throw myself right into it. I don't think there's anything I need to do or talk about. I guess this guy's the sign off here too. Let's go into this just to make sure real quick. Space-wise, I already have 20 of that, so if I made anything else, the only thing I could really do is make it. I'll use it. It's whatever. Alright, I'm back. I really do like I have this. I'm not sure if I'll always like it, but I am liking it so far. But yeah. So I'm gonna go turn this quest in, and then we'll see what else I have to do today. Saverik, have you acquired the book? Very good. I will study this book and determine the identity of what lich you have. Of that lich. Sorry. You have served your queen well. Balor opens the book and stares intently at its glowing pages. Astonishing! The book you retrieved belongs to no one other than Gunther Arcanus. Gunther was a skilled necromancer in life. He and I were friends and comrades in arms before the plague. And judging from his book, he has grown even more powerful in death. His skills would be a great boon to us. Long ago, Gunther and I, along with the now scourged necromancer Thule Ravenclaw, we'll learn about him more as time goes on, were friends and students within the Kirin Tor, a society of mages in Dalaran. Gunther and I both fell to the plague, but I thought he either remained dead or was raised into the ranks of the Lich King. It is good to know he is free. We must have him. I have placed a spell on his book, and when he sees it, we'll show him that I too am free of the Lich King. After knowing this, it is my hope that he will join us. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure I checked my Warlock trainer off camera yesterday, and I didn't find anything of use, more or less, so nothing there. Let's pick up here. I swear, I keep saving it with that on there, but it's not actually saving it. Let's see. Maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done most of the other stuff I was going to do off camera yesterday too. I think I organized the stuff up a little bit more. Definitely clear up space. I definitely want to check my mailbox before I stop, because I'm pretty sure nothing should have worn out. Sorry. I don't think anything should have timed out yet. So anything on the auction house that's in the mail or whatever should be money at this point. So yes, I'm gonna, as I said previously, I'm gonna keep doing this quest. I keep wanting to say quest series. I can't think of the quest chain. Sorry. But and I'm gonna do it at War with the Scarlet Crusade and the Family Crypts. I'm pretty sure these two are gonna finish when I finish that quest. When I finish these ones, I think this one could have a follow-up, but I don't think so. This one, I'm pretty sure has a follow-up, however. Alright, so... actually, hang on a second. Should I put a cut in the recording already? Probably should, actually. Yeah, this should be fine. We could talk a little bit. Even though I said I didn't have too much to talk about yet. Alright. Oh, that is expired. Oh, that was from... That's why, okay. That one I'll worry about off camera. I forgot, that was actually from the, after the first or second recording. Whereas I put more stuff in it yesterday, which is, I didn't think that one would be. That one would be, bye, Thick. Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like I have a lot of crap in my throat today. I feel fine, so hopefully I'm not. I don't think I'm getting sick, but I guess I'll find out. It'd be bad timing if when I finally find a job and I can start getting back to work if I start getting sick now, but it shouldn't be. It's gonna be another warm day out today. Now, yesterday I didn't end up playing anything. I said, oh yeah, actually, what am I thinking? I didn't play at all yesterday. Everything should have been up. I forgot I didn't play yesterday. Oh. So, oh yeah, I was trying to think out my characters a little bit more. I haven't really come to a consensus yet, but well, not a, I say consensus. I haven't come to a decision completely yet, but I think I pretty much am. Because as much as I kind of want to make it work for the Night Elf Priestess to be connected to Saverik, First of all, I want to start the character too soon for it to work for Saverik, so I was going to have to put her off if I did. But that's not the main reason. The main reason why I'm not doing it is because I'm not having them connected, I don't think, is because it just doesn't work as well. Even though I've actually pulled up some of the way back WoW Wiki articles about some of the from the earliest lore, so I can get a better idea of what the lore would actually properly be. Now, in Sertawell specifically. And she is very accepting of... Oh. Whatever. She apparently is actually very accepting of pretty much all races, but I'm pretty sure, like, well, it wouldn't be right, though. Like, if a Priestess of the Moon wasn't actually too loyal to... I'd have to make it so that the character is loyal and reveres Loon as much as she or he would be connected to Saverik. And it just doesn't make any sense, because how would that even work? If I could think of something, maybe, but the other reason why I came to that decision as well is because it just makes a lot better... It's a much better fit having the character be more or less independent. I could still have my high elf priest I'm thinking about doing to have connected to Saverik, to actually be... to have some kind of relations with the night elves as well, so some aspects can actually fit in pretty well, I think, in that regard. I don't know exactly, but that's just my best thought right now. Yeah, pretty much. The other reasoning is because I do think no matter what, I'm going to do another high elf character at some point, and I kind of want to do a high elf priest, so... I'm going to be fighting for a bit. Let me just get these on now. Cloth. Now I can actually talk to the character.
The shadows beckon.
Your masters are fools to send you here, for I will never again be a scourged slave. My book. So you were the thief who stole it. Yes. That happened like 5 feet away from you, maybe 10 feet. I think that's on you if you couldn't realize that. But what is this new enchantment upon it? Bethor? He is in Lordaeron? If he still exists, then perhaps he too escaped from the Lich King's grasp. You say you are not bound by the will of the Lich King, and the enchantment Bethor placed upon my book corroborates this. But before I believe you, I must have proof that you are enemy to the Scourge. There's an old bloody altar just off the southern coast of this island. It is used by a powerful Scourge agent, Lilith Nethara. Take a candle of beckoning from this crate here, light it on the altar, and Lilith will awake. Destroy Lilith? I can't say Lilith, apparently. And I will believe you are the Lich King's foe. You'll grab one of the candles and place it in your pack. Yeah, Lilith apparently is a hard one for me to say. Alright. This is an old, beaten, bloody table. You place the candle of beckoning upon the table and light it. Maybe a bit tougher than I expected. Not that much though. 18 copper. Oh well. By the way, I don't think that's a good way to confirm if I'm like against the Lich King. I'm pretty sure if the Lich King really wanted someone to like gain the trust of another, killing just one random undead is understandable. Yes, she has a name technically, but I don't think that's a fair thing to say, because I'm pretty sure sacrifice one little itty bitty undead to potentially gain a unknowing ally kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Not a great idea. You have defeated Lilith Nefara, proving you are an enemy of the Scourge. Incredible. I had believed I was the only undead with free will, but you have shown me there are others who have broken the Lich King's domination. Take this nether gem to my old comrade Bethor. It will let us communicate, and I have much to tell him. Wow, I'm gonna get a shield. Alright, well, so next we'll be at war with the Scarlet Crusade, because that's back in the Undercity, and even though I am stuck carrying an item, I have space. I'm not worrying about that much. And obviously, this has still only been a couple days since the previous recording, so the other ones haven't gone up except for this initial stream. One thing I also want to other than pretty much just siding, I think on the High Elf Priest being the one that's connected to Saverik, I do want to think a little bit more with this character too, because I do think I have some things in mind I want to do. Like I mentioned previously, I think I want to do either short videos, either connected to this one, not like short specifically, but like just little, kind of like well, it's me like playing the character, like trying to get the character. Is this a way up? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go around the north. It should be fine. Pretty much like my character, like for example, like since if I do end up doing this, it's gonna be in the it's gonna start being in the second recording, probably maybe the third. I don't know exactly. It's gonna really depend on like what would be most fitting. It could be waiting all the way until this one for all I know. But whether it's connected to this video specific, comes out before or after, whatever. The idea, like an example. Oh, sorry, I keep needing to say the examples. That's just much easier. Like my character just looking through a book and monologuing, more or less. That's what he's gonna be doing. Not like every time, just like as an example. Maybe doing some experiments. It would take a lot more off-camera work, but honestly, I think it'd be kind of interesting. And if I keep most of the roleplay out of these the actual gameplay videos, more or less, it'll be easier on me because I don't have to. I can focus on just playing the game, and I could worry about role-playing stuff later. Most of the role-playing will still be outside of the series, though, if I role-play. So I have yet to role-play on any of my characters. That's mostly gonna pretty much wait until they are at max level, I think, most of the time. But any characters further with Saverik, connected to Saverik, will probably have it. And I might even add it onto Bargak since I want him to be connected too. We'll see though. I'll figure it out. So it's something I'm going to be thinking on a little bit more and how it's going to work out. But I think if I were to do something like that, I might need to put it off even longer than uploading these videos might take even longer. And I don't mean just like longer because I have to put more effort into them or even around them, but more of a oh, actually this was the right way. I'm glad I came this way. Sorry. What I more mean is just any kind of like software. I would need to learn some extra stuff just to be able to do something like that, which I'm not against, but it does mean it might take me a little bit more time to at least learn what I'm doing before I start doing it. They're not gonna be long anyways. I can't imagine them being longer than they're probably gonna be about a minute each, I would imagine. Come on, stop. This thing is still double pressing. I need to figure that out. I know I said that the other day, and I did try to take a thing of a way to work with it, but it's just not. Whatever. But I'm gonna try doing something like that. I don't care, even if people don't really like it or care for it as much, because people, I'm still a nobody, but I like the idea of doing something like that, so I'm gonna try it, probably. It's gonna involve my character, like, okay, we're gonna walk to all over the place, find a good area, figure out what I want to do, kind of thing. Wait, is he? Oh. I'm just gonna attack. I'm not wasting any more time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm already not used to this too much. Where's that? Hang on a second. Nope, didn't get anything from him. I can't party up with him. I asked him. I think I'm just gonna stay and try to. I don't know. I feel bad doing that to him, but at the same time, I forgot that first of all that the bodyguards were part of the quest. Otherwise, the way I was looking at it was Malrak will respawn and can likely be by himself if he responds that way, and that would make it easier for the hardcore character. I'm not gonna stay for too long. I wouldn't have minded helping the butler out either, but he came after. I had no idea he was even there. I can't help but I couldn't party up with the Warlock because of the hardcore, but why did that one respond so quickly? They should be responding. They should have responded already, I feel like. I probably shouldn't be helping him out. It kind of defeats the purpose of the hardcore anyways, but now I have more minor healing potions. I think that guy's good. He's gotta be able to kill them as they come in a little bit easier. I'll let him get to it. Sorry for making you guys get watch me try to help him out, but I felt bad. I didn't want to take the kill from the other Warlock. I just thought helping him clear out the area and then let Malrock and the bodyguards respawn would be a lot easier on him. Because if I killed them and they had to respawn, he could kill them one at a time. Which technically is still what happened anyways. But I forgot that the bodyguards were even part of the quest. I just was figuring Malrock will probably be the first to respawn. But, oh well, doesn't matter. I've already said it a couple times. I think people understand what I'm saying or was planning, so it's whatever. It's too bad that isn't open up over there. Now I'm going to have to walk all around to get to there. But, that's fine. Nope. Still on that one. Alright, so that one's all set. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a follow-up for the Scarlet Crusade, but there could be. I think I will actually stop in, since I have to go practically past Brill anyways, I'm going to stop in Brill before I head over to the Agamon family mill. These quests are going to take a lot, it's going to be a lot quicker than I was thinking, is all I'm trying to say. So, chances are I'm going to be having to do Primal Leggings. Isn't that? Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's leather. That sucks. Alright. But yeah, so I'm just going to swim across because that's practically the direction I need to go. But yeah, so once I'm done with the mills, and assuming that there's no follow-up with the Scarlet Crusade quest, I'm pretty sure there isn't. There could be, but I doubt it. Family Crypt shouldn't have a follow-up because I'm killing a named character and a bunch of other undead mobs, and they're the toughest ones up there, so that should be done after that. So I should be all set here. There was nothing down here to the south of the bulwark or west of it too much, except, well, I guess it was in the Balnear farm set already. But so there's not much I had to do so far. But I'm gonna go to Silverpine, I think, after this, because the lower level question Silverpine is better to do than a friend in Glenshire, we'll say. Plus, I know there's an alternative route, and that might be a better route to get through anyways. So, can't wait to see what the Tirisfal Uplands is. I think it's also been called the Tirisfal Highlands. I'm not sure what is the proper way to, what its proper name is, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's the same difference. What's that? But I have my character on auto run. Give me a second. Off course, that should be fine. Alright. Just a little fur. I do have to sweep up the floor quite a bit, I think. My cat has been losing quite a bit of it. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, another thing with the characters that are gonna be connected to Saverik, I have no idea how I'm gonna connect well, no idea. Vargak, I think I might have it be like a later on connection. Vargak is just doing his own stuff right now. Maybe Saverik just meets him and just starts helping him with stuff kind of thing, or I don't know. It's gonna be a loose connection between those two anyways. Probably closer to an alliance, I guess. Even though Saverik doesn't like the orcs, I do plan on having him most interested in the Bleeding Hollow. Due to all their dark rituals and their, like, that they had back on Draenor. But how he would know, I have no idea. So he definitely doesn't. I would definitely need to say that he doesn't have that knowledge yet. He doesn't know that they had that kind of power. I don't think, unless I could think of something. But finding out as he's part of the Horde is potentially what could happen. You have done extremely well, Warlock. With ruthless fighters like you conquering in the name of the Forsaken, our race is one step closer to defeating Arthas once and for all. I have a good feeling about you, comrade. Oh.
Beware
Comrade. Put you up there. Everything else will get sold. Just to double check
What
you.
is it?
Yeah, not 50 yet.
Embrace the shadow.
I still have to go to the west anyways, so, and I'm gonna have to come back to turn in the quest, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so let me put that just here for a second. I'm 4 away. What can I make? I can make 1 of those. I probably will. 2 of those, not likely. I can make 1 of those, probably actually. So I can make. I can make 2 potions. I can also make 2 healing potions. So best I could do is 3. I'm gonna wait on the rest of those for now. I kind of would rather just. Is there another vendor over here? Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna walk back. I don't want to find out after the fact. Riding trainer and the horse merchant.
What now?
Even though I'm gonna be riding my do my Warlock quest so I can get the horse on here because it's so much easier. I'm probably gonna get one of these horses as well at some point. They're pretty cool. At level 14, I'm gonna have more abilities I'm gonna want for this character, but I know there's nothing else right now, so. So part of what was I saying before about, oh yeah, how characters connected. I already kind of like went over with Vargak, how I want them connected. If I'm gonna, I just don't know exactly how it's gonna work yet. There's probably gonna be another rogue who I've gotta figure out the story a little bit more, but he's gonna be more of like his eyes and ears in the Alliance. It's gonna be a human rogue. Could do a high elf rogue, but I think it's gonna be a human. No, they're too weak. Pointless to fight them. Let's fight this one instead. So with that character, I think that character is gonna be somewhat important because she's not just gonna be the eyes and ears. I think I'm also gonna make her like a merchant or a bank character almost. Not a bank all. She's still gonna be fighting. She's gonna be leveling up, but. I might try to have her be like more of a merchant style as well as a bit of a rogue. I don't know. I gotta work out the details with her still too, like I said. But she's not gonna be started for a little while. Probably after Hillsbrad. I'm not sure exactly with her yet, but she's gonna be he's either gonna be a type of experiment or somehow gain her affiliation. And she was formerly part of the syndicates, which is a pretty good chance, but I kind of want her to be cool Tiresian. And that's probably what I'm going to try to do if I can figure out how I can make that work. I might say that Saverik ended up going to Durotar to quote-unquote aid the orcs against them, but then captured 1 or 2 of them or whatever and started doing experiments. Or gained the affiliation of one of them. But it's given that Cold Tiresian would very unlikely affiliate with Saverik or any other horde for that matter, I think a type of mind control would be, or possession would be the best way to work it. But Saverik's not possessing them. Not sure exactly how it would work yet. But I'm not worrying about it yet because these videos are still going to be a little bit before they're released. And more than that, the fact that I need to get Saverik to a higher level is another reason why I'm not worrying about it too much just yet. I have plenty of time to figure it out because I could say now if I choose the Cold Tiresian, but I gotta figure out the character more, and I got plenty of time. I'd rather let Saverik learn more about magic, more or less. He's just, as far as I'm concerned, he's just learning how to drain souls kind of thing and the use of soul shards, and that's pretty much what he's gonna be using as time goes on, trying to make greater use and effectiveness of it. But we'll see. There's gonna be another character. There's gonna be other characters later on too, but those are the main 2 for now. Then I said the High Elf is gonna be another one. I'm not sure exactly how that whole thing's gonna work out yet, but I could definitely say that figuring that one out will be easier than trying to figure out the trying to make the Night Elf one work. Especially when the Thalian Highlands and Quel'Thalas were so close anyways. But if I do that character, it's probably going to be a long ways away. I probably wouldn't say that it would work until either I could go to the Plaguelands on this character, or getting to another area where they are heavily in like the hinterlands, or more likely just a just being able to make it to the Thalian Highlands in a way. I don't know. Scourge do not make it into the Thalian Highlands, so I highly doubt Saverik could, without being toughened up. So I would say it'd have to be like a straggler that he captures and uses, because I highly doubt unless I could find like making a high elf that is outwardly a holy priest but uses shadow magic primarily could still work, but we'll see. Priest, there's another priest too I've been tempted to do, but that character would be more of would be even more experimental, whereas I like the idea of the high elf one being like more of a use of what he's learned over time, whereas if another priest that he has in mind would be involving testing on doing tests on the Scarlet Crusaders, which I do quite like the idea. I just don't know exactly how it's going to work either, so we'll see how it works out. Well, most of those characters are away. While there's a chance of the Scarlet Crusade priest character, I have to think on that character more if I even want to do it, because I'm gonna have 2 rogues and 2 priests. I kind of want to figure out some other characters too, like the whole warrior that was gonna be a servant pretty much to Erosandra. I think that's also gonna work for Saverik, and I might do a Forsaken warrior, making it like a mindless undead kind of thing. I do quite like that idea, I will say, though. But it would be a warrior through and through at that point, because there's only so much magic I can add on to that kind of character via alchemy, more than anything else, as well as enchanting. I have a lot in mind for Saverik, but the extent of his, I can't make him too strong, because then he just, I don't know, it just won't work out in a MMO setting having him too strong, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but I don't know, we'll see. He doesn't have to be like ultra powerful, just very dominating, I don't know. In any event, I made it to where I need to fight everything, so. Again, like, I like the idea of making him a type of antagonist, smaller antagonist, but an antagonist that bothers others. The rogues wouldn't be known enemies at that point, though. Both of them would be pretty much the face, whereas the bleeding Vargak would probably like a portion of the Bleeding Hollow, or try to, anyways. I don't know. I still don't know yet. Or aiding the Bleeding Hollow in raids. Again, I don't know how it's gonna work out. Whereas the human rogue, I have a much better idea, but she's gonna be the money maker of the lot. Man, I came at a bad time. People are actually here killing all of them right now. So a warrior, 2 priests, potentially 2 rogues. Maybe I could fit in a hunter somewhere. Alright, I'm pretty sure if I go into the crypt, I'll find more of what I need anyways. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'd kill them on my way out. So I think that's exactly what they're doing. Yep. Alright, let's see if there's anything I can even fight in here. Dargo's Skull. Oh, hello. Whatever you want. Okay, I do. Okay, there's one right there. Good. Captain Dargle. Fortunately, he is just an undead. With the name Captain Dargle, I was pretty sure he was going to be a warrior type or just a typical undead. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get the credit, dude. Can you?
Appreciated.
Okay, he good. He's good. Nope, I was gonna ask him if he wants to stay grouped for the killing the other mobs, but I guess not. He might not even need to kill any, and that might be why he also got out of the party. Well, I guess I'm just gonna be running around killing these guys for a little while. It sucks that there's not really a hit. Nothing over here. Yeah, nothing over here. That's what I figured. Could be quite a bit of walking around. Here's another. Emily's good. It takes a little bit to get it off, but does instant damage. So if someone tries to tag it, I can at least get it. Whereas just relying on corruption or curse of agony might not actually damage them quick enough. Of course, if I don't get the spell off quick enough, it's not going to matter either. Maybe it would be better just to do dots. Having the longer range for the dots much later down the talent tree will be a lot better. I'm not going to look for it. But still. Let's go try to sit around the bridge for now. There's one. That's a cracked skull soldier. That's a rotting ancestor. Come on. I'm starting to see why I thought this one was more unique, because he wanders away from the area. Oh, is that another one? Yeah. One more of the rotting undead. But maybe 4 more spirits, which won't be as fun to find. You keep fighting that one. I need to find the spirits. I might actually end up having to go back in the crypt. I'll probably end up going back in the crypt. And I kind of wish I did this one first, but perhaps it would have been just as bad anyways, so I can't really say that too much. remember to have that off before I start tuning the recordings. The spirits aren't outside as much as the physical undead, the corporeal ones. Although the inside, I don't think I saw too many incorporeal ones either. But I'm going back in. That's why I did it. I remembered there being one right there. Yay! All right, this will be the last one. Now, I'm not sure how much I've said this before, but if I were a necromancer, because I do really like the type, I don't think I could actually put up with the smelly, rotting dead. Like, I don't think I could ever use zombies, but skeletons, maybe. Maybe I would use skeletons. But I try to focus my power in actually raising incorporeal undead. I love ghosts, I love spirits. That's what I want to control the most. Even though pretty much in all sources they are much harder to actually raise and probably harder to control, I would imagine. I still think that they would be my favorite ones to raise, because I wouldn't also have to worry about smell. But the reason why I would still try to raise skeletons, though, is simply because the incorporeal undead might be good to fight intruders and to defend myself a little bit better than even skeletons or zombies. Skeletons have one thing over them, and that is the fact that they're still corporeal. They could do other work. Like, I'm in a cave, or an old mine, I'll say. Maybe I took over a mine, and now I can make use of anything I find inside. Well, I'm gonna have my skeletons mine for me, as well as guard. That's another thing about, like, any kind of, like, nation, or, well, fantasy, like, country that allows necromancy. Instead of having slave labor, which a lot of, like, war-focused or war-hungry nations would be, or just xenophobic ones. Or even just, like, having the serfs and servants of your own with your own people. You could use skeletons. You could use zombies too, but I like the idea of skeletons a lot more because they're a lot smellier. I feel like they would fall apart a little less. I don't know. The rotting flesh would probably be a little too terrifying to me, but skeletons, I think I could get used to skeletons. I wonder, anyone listening to this, if you're actually wanting to, I hate the idea of saying this, but I'm actually genuinely curious if people were necromancers, if they would actually be able to put up with any, like, raising any undead. So I forget what the YouTube group's name is. They're very, they're from over in Great Britain or UK or whatever. I think they are anyways. I probably shouldn't assume that, but I'm pretty sure they are. I think? No, maybe they're not. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But they do a lot of their videos have, well, the ones I watch anyways, they have pretty much their own, like, fantasy, like, game world or whatever, but they try to make fun of, like, certain, like, game elements or changes or whatever. But one was like the reason why the whole thing I'm bringing them up is because I remember one I watched not too long ago had a necromancer that was disgusted by his own servants, so he couldn't really even, like, use them really. He couldn't raise them, I should say. That is funny to me, though, but I don't feel like I'd actually be able to be a necromancer simply because of zombies, and it would be kind of gross, especially because a lot of them end up having a grave rob, and that is not really interesting to me. I like the idea of controlling and/or pacifying spirits, but the physical undead I'm just not as interested in, and if I were a necromancer, I'd probably use skeletons, just because they have other uses, and they're less disgusting, I would imagine. You could probably clean them out pretty well, and then they'd be less disgusting. Time is not a luxury we have, Saverik. With each passing hour, the Scourge's hold on Tirisfal Glades grows more firm. Yeah, I can't use either of these. Your action struck a telling blow against the Scourge, and your victory will not go unnoticed, not by the Forsaken, nor by our enemies. Continue the struggle as we all do, Saverik, and one day we will drive the Lich King himself from Azeroth.
Goodbye.
And that does seem to be the end of the quest series. Quest change. Why am I want the other one. This is only 50 minutes long. It's actually gone a little bit longer than I expected, but not by that much. So, as I've said previously, I'm gonna head to another area. I think I'm actually gonna do a couple things off camera before I do anything else. Mostly alchemy wise, but I'm not gonna make my way to Undercity. Don't want to waste the time going there. I'm pretty sure there's quests in Silverpine that are gonna send me there anyways. So yeah, honestly, it's also to save with travel time. Well, actually, before I do that, I probably should pick up the quest on camera. I would have been mad at myself if I had forgotten to pick it up on camera, because I probably would have cut back in or something. Delivery to Silverpine Forest. Time is a luxury that is not afforded to those of us under the employ of Lady Sylvanas. Surely you know this by now. As a member of the Royal Apothecary Society, it is my duty to share my knowledge with my colleagues so that our collective efforts might one day provide the Dark Lady with the new plague she so badly desires. Ooh, I need a breath. Take these findings to Apothecary Renfarrow, who is stationed at the Sepulchre in Silverpine Forest. Follow the roads to the south from Brill. From the Undercity, go southwest.
Dark Lady.
Alright. But yep, so if there's any quests on my way there, I'll pick them up and do them. I am going to wait on my friend in Glenshire until probably the next recording, but I'm going to get into Silverpine and do part of it today. Alright. Welcome back. Quite a few quests to pick up here. I don't know where I'm going to start other than turning in the quests I came here to turn in. Over here. Apothecary Renfarrow. Can't imagine being able to do too many quests before ending the episode, but we'll see. What business do you have with me, Warlock? How good of Apothecary Johan to send his research. With so many new developments here in Silverpine, I nearly forgot about the findings coming out of Lordaeron and Tirisfal Glades. Which reminds me, I need to get those samples off to the necropolis soon. But you must excuse my rambling. Extend your stay in Silverpine, Saverik. We could use an able-bodied warlock like you around here.
Our time will come.
Recipe for death. Arthas' numbers are overwhelming, but with a new plague we could eradicate both the Scourge army and the human infestation once and for all. My studies have proven that spider blood combined with a toxin derived from a grizzled bear heart results in a deadly elixir. Collect samples from the spiders in the skittering dark to the northwest and from the bears wandering throughout the Silverpine Forest. Deliver the reagents to Master Apothecary Farinell of the Royal Apothecary Society in the Undercity. Maybe I'll try doing this quest before the end of the video. I mean, it is yellow, so maybe it would be a good one to do. The reason I'm saying it though is because of the simple fact that I have to go to the Undercity after anyways. Into the Uplands. Okay, this is another one of the quests that's setting me up there, which is good because I'm going there either in the next recording or the one after. Hey there, traveler. I am looking for someone to deliver a parcel which I have needed to ship for some time now. I have not fulfilled my obligations with all of the comings and goings here at the Sepulchre. Up north, past Valgans in the Dead Fields, is a passageway that leads into the Tirisfal Uplands. It is pressed against the mountains and somewhat hidden, but the keen eye should spot it. Once you make your way into the Uplands, I need this parcel delivered to Apothecary Volgrin. He should be located fairly close to the passage leading through the cliffs.
Watch your back.
Let's see if there's any quests down here. Probably are. Yes, there is. Just one, though. Journeyman Blacksmith, Trade Goods, Miner.
What would you ask?
Oh, two of them.
of
Dead
death?
Fields. Our initial scouting reports of Silverpine show the wrought hides of a base at an old farm to the north, the Dead Fields. We have sent small assaults against them, but each time they are reinforced by the Banshee Nightlash, who uses her magic to rout our forces. We want Nightlash destroyed. Go to the Dead Fields and assault the wrought hides. If you don't see Nightlash, then kill the wrought hides until she appears, then defeat her. Her essence will turn to dust. Bring me that dust as proof. I will say, I did actually kill a couple things on my way here, and I got some new boots. I also had to run for my life and resummon the Void Walker, because I got a little greedy trying to get a chest. I didn't die, but Thick here did.
What now?
A couple weeks ago, 2 of our Deathstalkers, Rain and Quinn Yorick, that sounds almost like a Star Wars name, were sent on a reconnaissance mission through northern Silverpine. We have not heard from them. They may have become victims to the Scourge, though if that is true, then I want it confirmed. Find these Deathstalkers. Their first objective was to scout the farms in northern Silverpine. You should begin your search there.
Farewell.
Alright. Yeah, Into the Uplands is also orange. It's probably gonna be the recording after the next one, simply because I'm probably gonna hit 13 in this one, but I'll probably want to hit 14 before getting up there. Oh, yep, I knew there was another one over here.
Good.
Huh. Supplying the Sepulchre. Oop.
Speak quickly.
Executor Hadrick asked me to take stock of our equipment at the Sepulchre. With the Scourge and worse lurking in the woods, he doesn't want the Death Guards to lack gear they might need. I found that we are, in general, well stocked, but we do need more weapons to replace those lost in the field. Here's a requisition order of what is needed for the weapons dealer Gordon Wenham in the Undercity. Take the order to our Batmaster Karos Razok and speak with him about transport to the Undercity.
Our time will come.
A lot of quests.
I am forsaken.
Border crossings. As you may know, the town of Ambermill remains a source of human opposition, mainly through the support they receive from the Wizards of Dalaran. I don't know what their plan is, but for them to show interest in a backwater village like Ambermill indicates that it must have some greater importance. They've been shipping crates by the wet wagon from Hillsbrad. Many of those supplies end up at a small camp north of Pyrewood Village. Retrieve the contents of a crate and return them to me.
Trust no
Was there
one.
another quest we need?
Speak quickly.
Lady Sylvanas has charged Varamothras to the conquering of the human and dwarven lands to the south. But that fool, Arugal, charlatan of Dalaran, and now cursed beast of Shadowfang Keep, let his reckless magic wreak havoc with the strategic stronghold of Silverpine Forest. Within this? I think it was within, it's supposed to be. I need someone skilled in the ways of combat to help clean up Arugal's mess. Prove yourself to me by killing 5 Moonrage White Scalps. The wretched beast can often be found just off the road down the hill below. Now this guy says wretched,
Trust no one.
and he shows a lot of hatred towards Arugal. Granted, it's understandable. He pretty much brought another threat to both the Forsaken, but more importantly the human survivors and other survivors of Lordaeron by unleashing the Worgen upon Silverpine. But my character will have a great interest in Arugal's work and the Worgen. Now I'm going to turn this quest in, but that's because off camera, or even on camera, since I'm going to be turning 2 quests in anyways. Maybe I should actually do it today, because this will become long enough with that, I suppose. I have another quest that's going to send me there, but I could do it another time. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Speak quickly.
Supplying the Sepulchre. You appear to be on official business. In order for supplies, you will want to take this to the Undercity, no doubt, and quickly, for the Sepulchre must not be left understocked. One of my bats could take you to the Undercity for a small fee. Speak with me again when you're ready so that we may arrange your transport. You will find Gordon Wendham in the trade quarter of the Undercity. That is the same quarter where my bat will land.
Trust no one.
Just to make sure something. Yep, that's
Beware.
correct. But I'm gonna hearth there. I'm gonna turn in the last. I'm gonna do these quests over there before I do anything else, because now, other than the ride to the Undercity, I still have to turn in the Prodigal Lich. Turning those 2 quests I think will be enough for the rest of the video. I do apologize, but I'm probably gonna start up a new video right afterwards. But it will be at least a few days or a week before the next one would come up after this one. Because originally I was saying I wanted to do a recipe for death, but I think I would rather turn these quests in because I might actually make it to level 13. We'll see though. Alright, so I'm gonna hearth. I'm not gonna put another cut in the video, I don't need to. Once I turn the quests in, I'll probably call it into the video and deal with the rest of the stuff in my inventory. I'm not sure if I can use that, so I'm probably gonna try selling it. Oh, one thing I did forget to say, he'll pop up on the screen in a second. I did forget to say, I actually did level up Alchemy a little bit. That was part of the idea, was to do it off camera. But not only did I learn the Minor Rejuvenation Potion and the Lesser Healing Potion, I made quite a few potions, and I also picked up some Mage Royal off camera. But I was hoping to find Briarthorn, which I didn't yet. Did I just find. No, he's over here. I think he's either. Yeah, he's right here. Thought which maybe I should have zoomed it out more. I didn't realize I had it zoomed in. Oh well.
I'm listening.
I keep my weapons in top condition. They are cleaned and ready to use, or for use. An order from the Sepulchre? Very well. It is an honor to serve those who serve our Dark Lady. I have placed the Sepulchre's supplies into this crate. If you have already visited the Sepulchre and spoken with their Batmaster, then you may write a bat back to him. Speak with the Undercity's Batmaster, Michael Garrett. He could provide you with a bat to the Sepulchre. I will be doing that after I turn in the quest over here to the northeast. Well, not that quest. I haven't checked. But I'm pretty sure that's the linen cloth train. The linen cloth quest. Not doing that. Honestly, because I'm gonna have to ride back to Sepulchre, I'll probably ride back off camera and just read off the end quest in the next one. I will say, simply because I want to do stuff here in the Undercity, and I'll probably use a recipe for death to come back here at the end of the next one. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. That's partly I was already kind of thinking that. I just didn't say it out loud yet. So nothing to pick up ability-wise, unfortunately. I might actually learn a first aid because even though all you really create are bandages and anti-venoms, which I think neither are really that useful for the Forsaken. One thing I did think about a little bit more was that other than like if I'm doing experiments, first aid might be good for my character to know to keep them in good shape, because healing potions and other stuff like that will be good too, but I think having that would be useful. But more than that, a lot of first aid is actually used for the Forsaken to do more than just bandaging and anti-venoms. They do a lot more. It's pretty much just like being a well, it's first aid, it's not being a doctor, but from what I remember, I think the first aid trainer here talks about doing organ transplants kind of thing. I'm like, okay, maybe it's a lot more interesting for my character than I thought. So I will probably put some more effort into this, into that profession, but I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if I'll even use them myself. So,
What now?
have you returned Gunther's book? Has he responded? You convinced him to join us. You have done a great deed for the Forsaken, Saverik. The Dark Lady will be informed. Almost no cast now. Okay, there it is. When time permits, we must speak at length, for we have much to discuss. And thank you, Saverik. Without your aid, I may never have found my way to the Forsaken. Farewell, my friend. I don't think he has a follow-up, but I was partly saying just to make sure. But yeah, so... Oh, wow, these are actually green now. That's great, that's great. So in the next one, I'll definitely be turning that quest in, doing that, and I'll get a couple others done in the northern parts of Silverpine. After that, I'm not sure what else I'll do. I might do this one, but it's a little higher up, so we'll see. But if I hit level 14, I'll probably head to the Uplands at that point. But that's not right now. This is the end of the video here. I'm sorry for not doing a little bit more combat towards the end of it. I won't blame you guys if you don't want to, if they don't want to watch this part of it. But I did think about it. I did think I had enough combat in the episode with the a little bit in around Brightwater Lake, Scarlet Watch Post, and up in Agamon Mills. But it's a bit of a shorter episode too, so I really hope it's not too bad. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.